So today we're out here in Venice Beach, California at Gold's Gym, the most infamous gym in the world, and I'm going to be giving you a little bit of a foreshadowing experience on how I shoot workout videos. The whole trick to shooting a workout video is to get as many different angles as possible, which is why I use gimbals. And today I'm going to be using the Zhiyun Tech Crane 2. This is a great gimbal because it has a really heavy payload. So if I need to add any accessories to the camera itself, I can easily do so because of that payload. I'm going to be shooting with the Sony A9 and a 16-35 Zeiss today. You want to get that nice wide angle shot in there, or wide angle shots. That way you can see a lot of movement, a lot of dynamics in your footage. That's the whole idea. I've shot a Rob Rich's workout video before, but I've never taken you guys along for the ride. So we're gonna give you a full behind the scenes experience, and Rob is really awesome enough for letting us shoot this behind the scenes video. Usually clients are a little bit about it. So that's what we're gonna be working with today. So I'm just setting up the dual handle system here. So I don't know if you guys know this, but I actually have back problems. So any extra support I can get, such as this dual handle system, is great. I never really like to shoot single-handed, but I know that a lot of the times I have to, since it takes up a lot of less space and it's not as, it doesn't take up as much attention. All right. So we have the dual handle system set up here. I'm gonna go ahead and attach a monitor as well. So we're gonna be using a ball head along with the male-to-male 1/4 20-inch screw. I made a video on how to attach a monitor to the dual handle system. If you wanna watch it, check it out up here. All right, I'm gonna attach it to the handle. And now the monitor. Okay, now I'm ready for the Sony A9. I'm gonna go ahead and bring that camera out. And I don't wanna be changing out batteries throughout the shoot, so I'm gonna attach the connection cable. That way I can charge the Sony A9 while I use the Crane 2. I love the fact that these cables are actually labeled. That way I know exactly which one to use without guessing. Here's a really useful filmmaker's tip. Always carry a quarter with you, because it acts like a little flathead screwdriver, and you're definitely going to need that when you're attaching a quick release plate. Make sure everything's tight, locked up. Definitely put your memory card in the camera, that's important. Make sure that old footage is formatted before you start recording. Make sure it's safe to format. Make sure you have a copy of that footage, or just make sure that you have that footage that was from your last shoot. Set your focal length before you balance. Now we're just attaching the monitor. And that's another reason why payload is important, especially with cables. Usually cables are not as tight as actual mounted gear, so you need to have a gimbal that can easily counterbalance or counteract that moving weight. You need powerful motors to do that. Let's power everything on. Alright, so I just realized that I didn't bring 2 male-to-male screw adapters, so I'm gonna have to ditch the monitor. Unfortunately, learn from my mistakes, guys. But it's okay. The monitor is just a convenient thing. I can still frame the shots the way I need to. Audio is more important than convenience. So I'm using a Rode Filmmaker lavalier kit. Wiring it up right now with a extended auxiliary cable. That way we have some slack for the gimbal to move around. So next we're going to go ahead and attach my headphones using the Master and Dynamic MH40s. You want to use high quality headphones whenever you're recording audio, obviously. That way you know you're getting the most accurate sound. And we're just about ready to roll. We're just waiting on Rob to show up and we'll be ready. So Rob usually has a set format in mind, so it's proper to have no ego when you're working with clients. So in today's shoot, I'm going to be shooting in full follow mode on the Crane 2 gimbal. That way I can transfer all of my hand movements into the gimbal without having to use the joystick. That way the shots look more fluid and much more natural. For example, if I want to tilt the camera down, all I have to do is literally tilt the gimbal, and vice versa when it goes down to going down and tilting up. Since I want a lot of flexibility in my footage, I'm going to be shooting at 1080p at 60 frames per second. That way I have an option to slow down the footage in post-production if I need to do so. Unfortunately, with the A9, you can't shoot at 4K 60, so if that was an option, I'd definitely be shooting at 4K 60. The rule of thumb here for shooting at higher frame rates is to double up the frame rate when you're talking about shutter speed. So if you're shooting at 60 frames per second, shoot at 1/120th shutter speed. Rob, you ready?
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. We're here at Zhiyun once again, and today's video is going to be focused around the back. I'm going to superset 3 exercises back to back. A little bit different than the normal kind of routine I'm doing, so this particular workout is going to be great for beginners and those of you just wanting to switch up your back routine.
Feel free to change the focal length as well. So I'm going to go ahead and go to 16. This will add some more movement into our shots. Eye level with Rob right now, just so we can get more of his perspective. And again, the back. Nice. All right, here we go with the next exercise. Again, our primary focus is on the back, so I'm going to try and get my best angles of the back with constant movement and dynamics. I'm ready. Here we go, starting off with the bird's eye view, tilting down, starting to circle Rob. Change the height of the camera just to get a different perspective, and again, it adds more dynamics. Sorry. Again, focus on the back. Lats, there we go. Perfect, again. Change the height of the camera constantly and try to get whole body shot in there just so we can see form. Perfect. So since we're shooting in a gym that has dark floors, you want to make sure that your ISO is set so that the skin of the person you're shooting is not overexposed or clipped. Always focus on the person's skin rather than the actual room, because the subject is more important than the background. Again, circling Rob, and then I'm going to start backing up to show full form. Coming around, show the grip of the bar, because grip is also important. So similar shot here, again, along with the orbit. You get a nice full body shot in there. Form is important, so we're going to get down to eye level with Rob. That way the viewer gets a better idea of how form should be. And again, we're gonna come around, tilting down as I raise the gimbal up. And get the other side as well. Both sides are very important to get. And constantly move. I rarely stay static in one spot. Next part of the superset, coming in slow. Get a good shot of the back because that's what's being featured. Coming around nice and slow and stable. Crisscross heel to toe method here with my feet. All right, here we go, next set. It's good to shoot multiple sets. That way, if you mess up one shot, you have 2 or 3 other backups that you can fuse in with that original shot. Again, form is important, so get wide, get close-ups. Eye level with Rob, get close enough to get a nice point of view shot. Slowly back up, raise up the camera, tilt down. Eye level, full body shot. Constantly move around the subject. You have a gimbal, use it to your advantage. Okay, next exercise, right to it. Same idea here, constant orbit. If you're shooting a client that's training back, make sure you get a good shot of their back and not something that they're not working. So talking right after this one, or do you want to take a? Okay. So if you ever have questions, make sure you ask them. Ask the client. That's very important. All right, here we go. Ready, action. So similar technique here. Again, I'm going to constantly circle Rob here. Orbit. Nice and slow. Never rush the shot. Otherwise, it's going to be very bad to fix all the shakiness and rushing in post. Nice bird's eye view here. Coming around. All right, guys, well, that's the end of this tutorial of the client shadowing. I want to thank Rob Riches. Go ahead and check out his channel. He trained back today. If you are into fitness, if you're into weight training, check out Rob's channel, Rob Riches Fitness, on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all those social media channels. All right, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.